Today I'm doing the roundup of part 3 of my 100-day project, where I am learning how to mix new colours with a limited palette of 3 paints straight from the tube. So part 3, our focus was Dairylide Yellow, there, Primary Magenta, and Paynes Gray. And I had a ball playing with these colours. I first of all mixed up a grid. I actually have this grid already in my grid book, so I thought I'm going to explore this further. And these was the colours that I come up with on my first swatch out. And there's little yellow stickers that I've placed. I've actually placed 8 stickers. That is colours that I have selected to swatch out and do a further exploration on. So I do that and I come up with all these swatches of the colours. That's the straight colour, a straight mix. That's usually those ones, darkest colours. And then behind each dark colour is the tinted versions. I tint them down 3 times and get my tints. And that's what I do with all of them. So that gives me an idea of sort of what's behind the colour, because sometimes I don't really understand colour. So this is a way for me to learn colour a bit better. And of course the surprises for me is what happens when I mix all 3 colours together and I get like that out of like the browns and the greys and the muted colours. Now, unfortunately, halfway through this part 3, I actually ran out of Dairylide Yellow, and then not long after ran out of Primary Magenta. So I had an original plan to create 8 pieces of artwork using collage with these painted papers made from this set of colours. Unfortunately, as I was running out of my colours and I needed to make some more, especially with the yellows, more greens, I was not able to make more. So that was a bit limiting for me. So I end up only with 4. But I'm really happy with that because I've never made a series before, and to have a progression in that direction is a really good thing for me. So there's my swatches. At the end of this video, I'll do a scan through of what they all look like sort of together as a family. Now I did some jelly printing, and these are the papers that I came up with. If you're a bit of an ASMR person, you probably like these crunchy, scrunchy papers. I print on what I call greaseproof paper. Say that again. I print on greaseproof paper, which I buy from the catering store. I buy it in sheets, and then I cut them down in half to print, and then I cut them down in half again to store. I store them in a little envelope, just like that, so I know I've got all my colours together. That doesn't mean I won't mix them with another envelope, but it just sort of helps me understand, you know, what colours made up that particular bundle. So then I get that. Let me put that away. I get that, and then I start cutting up and I make collages. This was the first collage that I did, and I was like, wow, I really wanted to work on dark backgrounds and really work on getting my darks in there. So I think I kind of succeeded with this one, so I'm really happy. The lights could do a bit more work, but that's all right. Progress is progress, so I'm really happy with that. I then, I did actually post these out of order on my Instagram page, but that was the next one I actually did. And that was made with, that recipe was sort of over there, leaning much closer to the red. So it comes up with this really beautiful berry type purple, which I am in love with. Oh, I just feel like I'm falling into the picture. Does anyone have that feeling when the colour just draws you in and you feel like you're falling into it? That's sort of how I feel like about that colour in the background. So that was very nice to find that. This one came up as a result of mixing that purpley colour, but it just wasn't singing for me. It would have worked, but because they all work together, obviously, but I just was resisting that colour so much. I just couldn't find my happy place with that. So what I did was I went and just went back to the red, made this red colour up, and painted it over the top of the purple. You can see, and then scratched some lines into it. And golly gosh, completely new colour. It's not that red colour, and it's not that purple colour, which is where it was leaning. It's a new colour in between altogether. So that was interesting. And then my last one, because I only sort of had enough variety of greens to just make out one more, so I went with a deep blue, which was heavy on the Paynes Gray, and a little bit on the, where did I get that colour from? A little bit on the red. So there's a little bit of red mixed into that to get that deep colour. But Paynes Gray already is a deep colour, just gives a different colour and tone to it. So I'm really happy with where I'm going with these colours and the little journey that they're taking me on, and the artwork I'm making from it. It's certainly given me a lot of confidence about colour. Colour that I want to create, not colour that I accidentally create. Because I mentioned to someone once that I'm not really good with colour, you know, and what I meant was I'm not good with making my own colour with intention and with purpose. I just will play with the colour that I end up with. But now I kind of feel like I have a bit more. I'm not perfect at it, not by a long shot. I don't know that I don't even know that I'm going to be that person that is going to be perfect at it. That's not my end game. The end game is, for me, is to just get confident about things. And I can already see, like, when I might make up, especially when I start making up the triads, I can start to see and read into it whether it leans more to one colour or to another, if that kind of makes sense. You know what? Because I don't know how to make colour, sometimes I don't know how to explain myself or express myself verbally with colour. But, you know, it's all colourful and I'm loving it. If you want to see what else I'm doing on Instagram, I've lost my little placard, 100 days of colour mixes, colour with a U. I'm in Australia, we spell colour with a U. So 100 days of colour mixes. And I'm Teresa Myers Art over on Instagram as well. I post daily over there and then do a weekly roundup and throw it onto YouTube. So let me know what you think.